The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
When it comes to, to love life, and not only love life, but in general, in all areas of our lives, we have to understand that being faithful is a requirement. Don't you agree with me? Imagine you, let's put the love life aside. Let's now talk about your life in general. Let's speak about your job. Yes, your workplace. Imagine you have a friend of yours that there in your workplace, they are always cheating, to speed up their tasks, to finish first than everybody else, cutting, making shortcuts. I don't know, you cheating, putting some money aside, making some parallel business. I don't know. And after all, that person is, recognized as the employee of the month, or is a person that, because of their dirty games, because of this cheating, they're getting more money. So they want to, to show off look at my new watch, look at my new phone, look at my new this and that. What do you think about it? What do you think? How would you feel knowing that a colleague of yours is growing there in your workplace, but cheating on your boss, cheating on your colleagues, cheating on you? How would you feel about it? The answer probably is the same for all of us. None of us we would like to be in that position, and probably we would claim, we would want for justice at least, right? Yes. So that's just for you to understand that all of us, we like faithfulness. All of us, loyalty. It's a requirement for a good life. We send our report to the streets, and in this street interview, people, they were asked exactly like that. What does a person cheat? What does a person cheat? What for you who are watching us now, what do you think that lead a person to cheat on someone? So let's go and watch people's opinion. We'll be right back.
Why does a person cheat?
I think they cheat because nobody's got any morals or values anymore. And I think it's so easy for people to cheat. And that's coming from, because I'm a bit older and I've seen it all and done it all, basically.
Because they're obviously unhappy in their relationship. Maybe they're not getting whatever they want in the relationship they're in.
I think often people will turn to cheating when they feel they've given up on a relationship and perhaps can't be honest to approach their partner and say, I'm lonely, I'm sad, I want out, and instead look for something to cheer themselves up or give them an excuse to find a way out.
Because they don't love each other. That's the obvious answer. I think they unhappy. They don't give each other happiness, and that's why they cheat.
You've got the internet, you've got all these different things. People can have 5 relationships in London and nobody would even know about it. And I've seen people and known people to do that. This is what happens, I'm afraid.
I guess if there's one word that would sum it up for me, it's lack of ability to be honest with a partner when things aren't going well.
Do you believe it's possible to forgive a cheater?
I think ultimately you think you will be able to trust again, but the other things will come up which make it difficult for you to, it keeps bringing you back to that point, really, where they've cheated. So the relationship probably will end up going down the pan.
If it happens first time, then you can give just a second chance and see how it goes.
Look, I've done it in my time, but it doesn't work. Never a second time. I wouldn't say that, but maybe some people have done it, but not me.
You have to prove that you're worthy of it. You have to demonstrate that if you agree to a certain course of action, you'll keep to that and not break your promise.
I've been cheated on. I did forgive, but then it happened again and then I didn't forgive.
When someone is cheated on by their partner, they are often left asking, why? How could someone they trusted and loved, and who they thought loved them back, betray them in such a shocking and hurtful way? There is usually not only a sense of anger and distress, but also that of total disbelief. According to a recent survey, 25.4% of married men and 18.3% of married women have committed adultery at least once during their marriage. This poll was conducted on a group of 635,000 members, which is the equivalent of 3% of the married population in Great Britain. Also, several international academic studies on the use of the dating app Tinder have indicated that between 18 and 25% of participants reported being in a committed relationship whilst using the app. In today's world, trust can be a difficult thing to uphold, even more so when considering the ease of interconnectivity of the world. With the introduction of internet dating, deception seems to be an inescapable reality of modern society. This is due to the abundance of opportunity to become distracted and lured by outside influences. Many times, even women who are considered to be beauty icons are not exempt from cheating scandals. This was the unfortunate reality for actress Sandra Bullock. Winner of many awards and considered the world's highest paid actress in both 2010 and 2014, as well as being considered a stunning beauty, Bullock saw herself in the middle of an embarrassing scandal. 10 days after she wins her first Oscar, a story came to light about a tattoo artist who claimed to have been having an affair with Bullock's husband at the time, Jesse James. After this, many other allegations came to light, which led to him going into rehab for personal issues. About a month after the initial allegations surfaced, Bullock filed for divorce. She also chose to continue the adoption process of her son Louis without James. 7 years later, James has stated that a lot of good came out of his marriage to Bullock and that he has no regrets, except for the loss of his son Louis. He also admitted, "Yeah, I did cheat on my wife. I stood up and took accountability for it and apologized. And that's the end of the story. In general, both men and women cheat. It's part of life." Nonetheless, despite how heartbreaking their split was, the Bird Box star was able to overcome all obstacles by finding new love in Brian Randall. Yet, according to Bullock, it wasn't until she was fully healed that she could meet the person who would eventually become her soulmate. There are many theories behind the reasons that lead a person to cheat. Can this be avoided if you pay attention to some telltale signs? Let's find out more about this now from our hosts.
It's really, really shocking, isn't it? Really, really shocking. 25.4% of married men cheating on. 18.3% of married women likewise. There is something that you need to know about cheating. Infidelity goes together with failure. Yes. When you are being unfaithful to someone, when you are not being faithful in your marriage, it's a sign that you are being a failure. Yes. You failed your word. You broke your vow. Something went wrong. But again, we're not here to judge you because we are talking about the two sides of this story. There are people that they are being cheated on and they are the cheaters. But something has to be said. Wherever there is infidelity, there is a failure. Okay? There is a failure. So, I know that especially those who have already experienced that, being the victim of infidelity, being cheated on, perhaps you may think, but what makes, cheating, adultery, so appealing, so attractive? We're going to list here 3 things that, can people, that will make people believe that, adultery is so appealing. So let's go for the first one, please, Chad. So the first reason why adultery is so appealing is that being with a different person. Yes. people that maybe they think like that. Oh, I need something new. I have to experience something new. And the modern days, the days we live in now, demand something new all the time. If you have a phone, if your phone make calls, receive messages, that's not enough. Your phone has to take pictures. And not only pictures, but pictures from the moon. And not only pictures from the moon, because the next, whatever phone now has to take pictures from Mars. And not only pictures from Mars, but also endless. People, they are always seeking something new. And they are always trapped in sameness. They are always doing the same thing. This, how can I say, this thirsty for always seeking something new that will destroy you. Look, you can have something new in your marriage. Yes, it can happen. And by the way, you don't need to be with a different person to live something new. Why don't you seek something new, living with the person that you are with? Yes. How amazing that will be, huh? The person that you have already written a story together of 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter how long you are with this person. But the point is, what makes, adultery so appealing, one of the reasons is that being with a different person, seeking something new. But the second reason, is that, and that's why I believe, men cheats more than women, the sense of adventure, adrenaline rush. Yes, so they are seeking for a new thing, a new thrill, huh? Like, those who likes a good song, they remember there is an old song from B.B. King that he says, the thrill is gone. So people, they think when the thrill is gone, so it's time for me to go and seek something new. So they need to go and live, that sense of adrenaline, sense of adventure. They have, I need to feel the adrenaline, how can I say, pumping my heart, running my veins. Dear friends, why don't you live this adventure with your wife? Oh, but I want to feel something. I want to live an adventure. So why don't you go and walk in a rope, crossing an abyss? I guarantee you that will be a great adventure. What do you think? Of course, don't do it. I'm not saying that you should do that to live an adventure. But yes, adultery gives this false impression that you are living an adventure. Yes, something new. And the last main reason why people, they cheat on, or why adultery is so appealing, is that curiosity. Yes, there is a saying in my country, says that curiosity killed the cat. I don't know how it goes here in England, Shad.
It's exactly the same.
Yes.
It comes from a quantum physics question about two states.
Yes.
I don't know if I should go that.
No. What did they, it's not a nerd time. Not nerd time now, please. But yes, curiosity kills the cat. Kill the cat. I hope you want to stay alive. When you are faithful to your spouse, you are maturing together. You are learning together. You are teaching something new to each other. You are learning something from each other as well. You are growing together. Yes. And for sure, that will be for the best of your relationship. And go back to the list, please, Shad. The sense of adventure. Because you made this choice to be faithful to your spouse, you are living, this adventure. You don't need to do that, because marriage is indeed an adventure. Is, a great adventure. And you have to go through this adventure together to the end. And the curiosity is, is very much necessary for the well-being of a relationship. The curiosity of, what can I do to please even more my wife, my husband, What can I do? Let me discover new things about that person. So how to ensure you do not cheat? How can you make sure that you never be a cheater? First thing, change your way of thinking. And can you see, this is something that we are already teaching you now. It's just, changing the perspective. So if you have this need, but I need to be with someone different. If you are paying attention to the person you are with, if you are paying attention to your spouse, you will see that this person is being transformed, is being, being changed with time, just like you are also being changed by time. All of us. Time is changing us, not only physically, not only what with time does with us, to us, not only physically speaking, but also here, maturing. The second thing you can do to be sure that you never cheat on someone, learn to say no to temptations. Very, very important. Look, you can resist temptations. Temptations might come. Of course we will. People with a problem with their character, they might approach you. They are all around. Third, hate infidelity. Hate cheating. Yes. Just always think like that. Imagine the damage that, something like that would cause in you. So always remember like that.
The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.